I just okay. I just copied the link in there if you want to see it. Yeah. All right, thanks, man. Hey guys, welcome. That's okay.
I think it's my first time with Brain Rest.
Yeah. I mean, I watched your video. You've been pretty like locked down.
Yeah, okay.
So,
I think she's Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Hub. So glad you're here. Thank you all for coming. We're going to get started in 5 minutes. So if you haven't grabbed your pizza, make sure to go grab that. We also have some seltzers and sodas for you. So make sure you get settled in and also make sure you scan the QR code. That is how we know you're here and we can get credit for being at the Hub. So we'll get started in about 5.
welcome. Yeah, dude.
Welcome everybody to the hub. How are you all doing today? All right, I'm Bryce. I'm a tech student partner here at the hub, and I am here today to host our fourth and final rocket pitch of the semester. Super excited to be here with you all. If you haven't checked in yet, make sure you scan this QR code right up here on the screen. That's going to enter you into all sorts of really awesome stuff. You'll get 400 points for checking in, which is worth 2 snacks from our vending machine right around the corner, or you can save them up to make them last longer. If you do that, you might be able to redeem them for some hub merch, like a hat, a sweatshirt. I know Ella's got a hat back there and our shirt on, which are all super cool. And by checking in today, you'll be entered into our swag giveaway. So one of you all will be receiving a swag pack of hub merch just for being here today and checking in. Finally, the person with the most engagement points at the end of the semester will actually get to go to an exclusive lunch with President Rowe. That's super cool. I've been there before. Highly recommend. So yeah, make sure you're checked in. All right, now let's go ahead and get into how today is going to work. All right, this is all of the information for the pitchers. If all the pitchers out there could raise their hands, that'd be super nice, just so I know where you are. Awesome. Congratulations, guys. All right, so you're going to have 4 minutes for your pitch. Remember, this is a competition, so we'll cut you off. Ella back there in the corner has some signs that are going to help you out. She'll hold up 1 minute, the orange sign, when you have 1 minute remaining. And then when you see the stop sign held up, that means you must stop your pitch and you're out. After your pitch time, you'll have 4 minutes of question and answer from the audience. So we will be watching that as well. We will be passing around that microphone cube right there. So please wait to ask questions until you receive the cube. That helps our people on Zoom be able to hear what's going on. For those that are on Zoom, you are also welcome to ask questions through the Zoom chat, and Brandon, who is over by the computer, will ask those for you. For the pitchers, make sure that you are today covering the problem, market, competitive landscape, solution, and emphasizing good delivery of your pitch. That's all. Let's get ready to rock it.
Woo!
Our first pitcher today is Kelvin with his venture Cesarus.
All right, Kelvin.
All right, your pitch begins once you begin talking.
Hi, my name is Kelvin and welcome to my pitch. So my venture is Securus. I want to take you through the original story of how Securus came to be. So I want to talk about the story of Jackie. Now, Jackie is a healthcare professional. She's an accountant in a major hospital here in the US. And she works in the hospital, obviously, as an accountant, and then she fell sick, goes to the hospital where she works at. And then after getting the healthcare, she receives a notification that her claim didn't process or it didn't go through. So basically, there's a claim denial. Now, Jackie, who is very close to this problem, works in the hospital, works with the revenue department, and then works through it. It takes 47 days for Jackie to get this solution resolved and then the claim denial overturned. Now, Jackie's problem is one of the numerous insurance claims related to overlapping and duplicate claims. It takes forever for billing teams to get this resolved. And this is not because billing teams are inefficient, but it's because a single claim envelope contains over 3,000 claims. So it makes it difficult for just the claims team to go over every single claim. And manual review, obviously, which is what you do, makes it very hard to assess it. And also, hospital claims goes through like a bureaucratic process. So it's from the hospital to the clearinghouse to the payer and also to the insurance companies. So when there's a denial, it goes back to the hospital and the system has to repeat itself, making it difficult for them to get your solution done as much as one, causing a lot of administrative waste. And annually, it causes the healthcare industry about $25 billion annually to kind of solve this issue. Now, a pre-identified duplicate and overlapping claim, which is done before it's sent to the clearinghouse, takes less than 24 work hours to get this corrected. Now, our solution. So Securus is a software that audit claims files to detect duplicates and overlapping claims in real time before they leave the hospital system. So we are proposing a new cycle where we put ourselves into the claims chain. So the hospital to Securus, where we help you audit your claim, and then to the clearinghouse and then to the payer, helping to reduce denials and also improve efficiency. So we are solving an indirect problem here, even though it goes directly to the person who is the insurance holder. We work directly with revenue cycle teams, billing teams, and also claim analysts. And why our solution matters, because it's solving a very impactful financial problem. The $25 million issue that I talked about is something that our solution is helping to bring down. The operational burden of hospital revenue cycle teams having to rollback the whole system again just because there was a mistake that could have been solved. And then the bureaucratic relief on just normal insurance holders like me and you who don't have to go through the stress. Now, we've built a deterministic routine that is able to detect and analyze claim files. So our system, it doesn't store healthcare data. It just analyzes the data, making it safe for hospitals to use. So when you work with us, you know that your data is not being leaked or it doesn't come to us. So I have a short demo video that to show you how our system works.
We just started just set up your organization. So you can build an organization, but since we've already set ourselves up, I'm just gonna log us in for the sake of our demonstration. So we can just log in into the system, and then in the system you can run a quick review. So I'm gonna select a file that I created for this demonstration. It's a replicated file of how the claims file looks like. So we can validate the file to see if everything runs and work with our system. Most of the times it passes the file to kind of detect the code lines that is important for us. And then we can run the review. When we run the review, we see that there are 7 claims in total in the file. And then we have 2 flags. So you can see the kind of the kind of flag it is. So these are basically they are obviously duplicate files. One thing that is very interesting is that when you go to the dashboard, you can actually see the exact line that has been duplicated. So this is very helpful for hospital revenue cycle teams to kind of see the kind of line of code and entries into their system to kind of make those corrections and engine. Right. Thank you so much for joining.
All right, thank you. Questions and if you have, we will appreciate feedback from you.
Does anybody have any questions?
I'm wondering if you have evaluated what it means to insert yourself in the claim process, technically, not the details right now, but is that manageable, standardized, or is that bespoke at the same time you have to insert yourself in the process?
Yes, so working in the, fixing yourself in a healthcare system is very difficult. So initially we wanted to work with the technologies that the hospitals already use, but I realized it was difficult. So we decided to build our own dependent system for the hospitals to kind of use it. Now, when hospital billing cycle teams are working, they generate this claim file. So that is what we will be working with. So they can analyze their the claims that they are processing through our system using their claims file to detect any issues. And if it's good to go, they can just send it out to reduce the denials.
Yeah, question back. Thank you very much. Hi, my name is Sata. As you were presenting, I was wondering, is this system designed to adapt, like let's take for example, because you have a bit of an accent as an international, like is it designed to want to work in the US or it could be maybe domesticated in another country like Africa or continent?
Okay, so this system is basically done on the processes of the US healthcare system. So we haven't really adapted it to any other international context. This is basically for the context of US.
Kelvin, great pitch, man. I got a question from Andrew Gonzalez online. Do you have any traction yet, and what's your go-to-market strategy?
Okay, so in terms of traction, our model, our business model is very different. So right now we are running this project as a research-based project because we need data to be able to train our model well. Our model is very efficient in detecting the claims, but we believe we need more data to kind of train it well. And our long-term goal is to be able to help the healthcare industry detect fraud in insurance claims. And with that, we are currently having engagements with hospitals. So our team have one meeting with one hospital in New York. So we are kind of engaging them to get on board so that they can help us, run and make our system better.
One last question.
Thanks. Kelvin, great pitch. I'm curious, I'm sure you guys have talked about it, but what your internal dialogue has been around the insurance provider perspective, right? Because if there's fraud that you're eliminating, you might be able to take an approach where they potentially finance hospitals adopting the system because it reduces their liability and the risk that they have to cover as well, right? So I'm curious if you guys have had that conversation or what your perspective is on maybe slotting in elsewhere in the ecosystem. Might make it easier for you to access the hospital numbers.
Yes. So before I answer your question, like we are solving a problem that we think is very big. It affects the whole chain. But we wanted to start somewhere, and that comes from the original story that I did talk to you about. We saw the issue mainly with the hospital team, so we are trying to help them be efficient. This is a product that could potentially grow to really be like cover the insurance companies, and that's where we are at right now. But then with our current MVP that we have right now, we are focusing on making the revenue department of the hospitals efficient.
That was awesome. Let's
All
get
right,
on to the
thank
next
you.
picture.
Next up, we've got Sage with Venture Symbiotrosis.
Hello, my name is Sage and I'm pitching Symbiotosis, aka Cash App for Dining Dollars, a peer-to-peer mobile payment app designed for William and Mary students. So if you're like me and you survive off of dining dollars for your sustenance, you might find yourself running out of them too soon. I've experienced this many times where I haven't been keeping track of my dining dollars, and then when it comes time to go to the cash register, I find out my tribe card declines and I get an embarrassingly low amount read back to me. Alternatively, you might find that miraculously you have some leftover dining dollars from by the end of the spring semester. You might think to yourself, this is great. I'll be able to use these leftover dining dollars in the fall. Come to find out, your account gets zeroed out at the end of each academic year, and those extra dining dollars disappear. And another issue that I think is very important to address is the fact that we can't easily track our dining dollars online. You have to log into this obscure page through Atrium, which is separate from the regular William and Mary website. And sometimes the login just doesn't work. So I'm pitching an idea for students that want to check their dining dollar balance and potentially, if they're interested, transfer dining dollars between each other. So the solution. This is a mock-up of what the app would look like. As you can see, the format is very similar to Venmo. The main screen here has this kind of calculator looking page where you can input an amount of dining dollars to either transfer to someone else or request from someone else. You enter the recipient's school email or ID, and that person has the option to confirm or deny the request. You also get to see a transaction log of past transfers. And on top of this, you'll have a page where you can view your tribe card information and the balance of your dining dollar plan. This is a very convenient solution that consolidates several food-related features. And it's also very accessible for when you're on the go. And it provides an opportunity for students to voluntarily aid each other. I was thinking in the process of reviewing my presentation, why not stop there? We should have a place on an easy to view place to see menus at different locations on campus. So I thought we should add another page that has menus by location, along with the ingredients of items that are offered at each location at each day. And not pictured is I also thought that it would be a good idea to include a page with information of various contacts, mainly the campus dietitian and people who you would reach out to for questions about your meal plan or the food on campus. So right now, this is only an idea, the next steps would involve collaborating with Atrium, which is the platform that covers Express, as well as Aramark, our food service company, and the William and Mary administration to greenlight a program like this. And from there, the app programming and testing process can begin. Thank you. That was very well done. So we're going to open it up for questions. So who would like to go first? Got one in the back.
Hi, nice presentation. So wanted to know if you already have reached out to either Armark or Atrium during your initial ideation, just to see if they have not already thought of revamping their system or making it more accessible to students and kind of solving some of the problems that you are setting out to solve.
I have not reached out to Aramark about this. I do think that this would involve some direct collaboration with the William and Mary administration, since this would require that students' tripart information be input on the program. So it would need to be something that's very secure. Yeah, I have not yet reached out to them.
They say it's great pitch. Love the wordplay of symbiosis. That's really great. My question is, did you do any market research on collegiate institutions who are offering a similar platform, just to do like a little bit of precedent analysis?
Yes, my research is mainly through personal connections with students at other universities. I found that institutions, mainly private institutions like Drexel University, have apps that allow students to view menus by location and their dining pass card. I have not yet found a peer-to-peer mobile payment app that would function specifically for dining dollars or the equivalent at other universities. Yeah.
Thanks, Sage.
Any other questions?
Great pitch. Would you ever consider as a proof source for working with the organizations, right? Like the university, building almost like a peer-to-peer, building the network first and maybe having almost like a social network, being able to send up a flag, for example, and saying, hey, I'm out of dining dollars. Does anybody have $10 to spare for a burrito or whatever it is, right? It's been a while, so I don't know what the dining dollars get you these days. But if you get people participating in something like that, you could solve the exact problem you're going after and then utilize that as proof to the university to Aramark as to why they should make it official.
So to answer that, this idea was actually inspired by our campus's community mutual aid club that's currently working mainly on an analog basis to transfer either cash or just direct funds via Venmo or Cash App to other students. Obviously, that's not the same as dining dollars. You can't have another student deposit dining dollars into someone's account, but there's definitely interest for this club. I believe that their Instagram has over 500 followers at this point, and their groupie is well over the 100 member range. So there are many students that are interested in helping each other out, even for small things like snacks.
We have time for one more question. Honestly, do not have a question, but I just want to encourage you and say that this idea is really amazing, and in a way, even if it's not an app, if it's like integrated in the William and Mary system, I think it's going to benefit a lot of students. And I just want to commend you for coming up with the idea.
Thank you. Let's give her one more round of applause.
Awesome job, Sage. Next up, we've got Francesca with I Give.
Good afternoon. I'm Francesca Alicio, and today I'll be pitching I Give. Students fall behind in school, not because they can't learn, but because they can't see. Around a year ago, I volunteered in an optometry clinic where I saw how something as simple as a pair of glasses can completely change a person's ability to live and learn. When I got back, I spoke with local school nurses and the health services supervisors. Through our conversation, I realized that this wasn't just a global issue, but was also happening in our own communities. The biggest problem wasn't initial access to these glasses, it was replacement. So, when a student loses or breaks their glasses, there's no resources out there to help them replace. This matters because around 1 in 4 children need vision correction. Without glasses, students fall behind in school, not because they can't learn, but because they can't see. The system works until it doesn't. Insurance and nonprofits provide initial access, but replacement is slow, limited, or not covered. So, when a student breaks their glasses playing sports or loses them at school, there's no resource out there to help. So, these students fall between the cracks. That's where I Give comes in. I Give is a nonprofit that provides free immediate replacement glasses through a simple school-based system. The nurse identifies and then refers these students, and then these students are connected with local optometrists to provide fitting and replacement glasses through a streamlined process. I Give covers the cost so that financial and system barriers are not there. Around $100 provides a pair of replacement glasses for these students. By focusing on urgent replacement, not initial access, we keep our model targeted, efficient, and scalable. Initially, we collected nearly 3,000 glasses and redistributed over half through global efforts. However, through our conversation and work with local schools, we validated the replacement need across local schools, have built a working referral system, have connected with the district health supervisor, and have raised $1,500 in early funding. In the fall, we'll launch our pilot at one partner elementary school, then expand across the district, with our long-term goal being scaling through university-led chapters where college students work with local schools as they go already through tutoring and service programs. No student should fall behind because they can't see. I Give builds a system to ensure that they don't. As we prepare for our first pilot, we are looking to secure support as we implement and evaluate this model for our first group of students. If you can help us with that, I'd love to connect. Thank you.
It's very, very well done. It looks like we already have one question back there.
How you doing? Amazing kids. I really love the idea that you have. One comment that you said in the middle was that your organization will connect students to optometrists. So is your business specifically like the middleman connecting with other optometrists, or are these optometrists internal within the organization?
Yeah, so we're connecting the students to the optometrists that have agreed to partner with us so that we can pay the optometrist directly, so that the students just have to go to the optometrist to get fitted and order the replacement glasses, but they don't have to worry about the cost since we'll fully fund it.
Let me change my question a little bit. Do the optometrists work for you, or are they still at their own practices?
They're still at their own practices.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
Yeah, great pitch. Most students, when you say they first get their glasses and they have no problem,
So I assume that they should know the prescription at that stage. Is there any reason why you could not simply collect a huge volume of glasses at prices much lower than $100 a piece and use AI or whatever to match glasses to their prescription? Because they don't need the perfect prescription. They just need something that will enable them to see. So if they have astigmatism and a few things, it probably isn't essential to cover everything.
Yeah, great question. So we really want to work with these local optometrists to get these glasses like personally like fitted and personalized so that these students also get glasses that fit their prescriptions, but they also feel comfortable actually wearing them. So with gold glasses, they're not as personalized. So we really want to fit the students' needs in all factors. We want to address all of those factors so that they have the glasses, but they're actually wearing them as well.
Okay.
Thank you. Good presentation. I was wondering if you had already started speaking to some philanthropies that might be interested or aligned with your work. Do you have a pipeline? Do you have conversations going?
Yeah, so in the fall, we want to partner with through Greek Life, a sorority called Delta Gamma, and their philanthropy is actually based on like vision care and access. So they work with nonprofits that focus on vision access and care. So we want to work through that sorority life that's on campus and at other colleges around the US to work through them to also fundraise and help fund our model.
That was a great pitch. Proper eyesight and going to an actual optometrist is so important for academic development. Can you talk about how important IGIP is for low-income students and students who are covered by Medicaid or public insurance?
Yeah, so a big reason why we started this is because there are resources out there like Medicaid and nonprofits like Lions Club and VSP, but they currently only provide a pair of glasses for a range of a year. So if a student breaks or loses their glasses within that range of a year, they're left 3 months, 9 months without glasses, and that really affects their academic life and their personal life as well. So we really want to address that gap with IGIP.
Any other questions? All right, let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you.
Great job. All right, next up we've got Michael with SFL 30.
Hello, everybody. My name is Michael. I'm an Mary student. For those of you who don't know me, for those of you who do know me, I'm in my class. I'm the guy that's always on my laptop, but there's no what's going on in class. So my business that I'm pitching today is Soft Launch 30, where we help businesses go from good to great by implementing AI and automation. I'll talk about my first client, Alvaro. He had a yacht cleaning business that he built from the ground up. He spent a decade building this business. And now in his 50s, he realized that he just can't manage it. He was running his whole entire business with pen and paper. He had notebooks on notebooks for his clients, his invoices, his team, his schedule, everything from A to Z. This actually made it so that he was losing invoices, losing paychecks, and just couldn't manage everything. So the issue with Alvaro is, yes, he made $1 million business with pen and paper, but he's working 10 to 12 hours a day and he cannot spend time with his family, he's missing weekends, and so on and so forth. So what we did for him is we built an all-in-one system that he can track his entire business, his appointments, his invoices, his contracts, everything, and you name it, it's all in one place. So he gets his time back. After working with us, Alvaro went from making $80,000 a month to now making $80,000 a month. His revenue did not increase. What you don't see is he went from working 10 to 12 hours a day to now working 2 hours, and he got his weekends back. And now he can spend time with his family. this is the math that we want to show. So if you're just wasting 1 hour a day on menial tasks that can be automated and you value your time at $50 an hour, that's $13,000 a year out the window. How we work is we create, the main thing is a CRM, a system that has all your data in one spot. We make automation with other tools, so emails, invoices, contracts, it's all automated. And for those who want to scale, we implement AI agents that work specifically for your business. How we work compared to other vendors is we spend our time in the first part is auditing your business. We understand that businesses are different for each person and each business owner is different. So we adapt an option and a solution based on how you like it to work. The next thing is tailored, like I was saying, it's custom built for you. We go through dozens and thousands of tools and find the perfect match for your business and built for busy people. And again, it's custom, so we don't want a tool that's going to make you have to learn something new and spend time doing that. We build something that works with your current system. This is our track record so far. So like I said, we started in October with our first client. We've had 13 clients since, and these are reviews that we can pass through and go back later. The market right now is the automation industry is projected to be about $19.6 billion in 2026. In the US alone, there's 6 million service businesses that would need this service. And what we're focusing on right now are M&A advisors, lawyers, and real estate professionals, basically agencies and firms doing over $30,000 a month to get to the next level and get their time back. The few ways of doing this is you can learn it yourself on YouTube, which is very slow and tedious. You can hire a freelancer that's going to do one job, but if you don't know what you need, it's hard to tell them. Or you can hire a very expensive consulting firm that's going to charge you $10,000 to tell you need a stock pickup. Or you can work with us. How we make money is we have the project build, so we have a fixed cost for the projects. Then we have monthly retainers to oversee and support with AI agents. And what we started doing, and we probably should have done in the beginning, is we realized that the tools we use actually have affiliate links, so we could actually charge for those, even though we're not biased in the tools we push. And where we're headed is next is we're going to build a sales team to basically take the work off my shoulders to that class, and an affiliate and push the affiliate program that we have, because basically anyone can refer any client to us. They'll make 10% of the fee, and we'll give 10% discount to the person that they refer. And we want to hire a new developer to make new older systems. That's me.
Very, very great pitch. So let's get it going with some questions. All right, here.
Great pitch. Awesome job, Michael. Can you speak a little bit more to how that initial client contact looks and how you liaise with the client to make a solution that works best for them?
For the audit part, like how it works?
Yes.
Basically, we have 3 main calls with the client. So the main one is we understand his business. So we want to understand where his clients come from, how he does his services, how he charges, in the system that he has right now, so we can map out a solution for him. So if he has no systems or he's just running on pen and paper like Alvaro, we'll build him something completely new, but that also works for him. So he doesn't have to learn something new. Hope that answered the question.
Thanks.
Hi, great job. 2 questions. The first one is you're building a sales team. So have you been building the systems and doing all the sales yourself?
No, I have a team of we're 4 right now, including me. One is a web developer, one is an actual software developer, and the other one's a marketing guy.
Okay. Second question, the process audit figuring out, so it's bespoke, right? It makes sense. You're doing a custom build for each client. When you say you're pushing tools, what kinds of tools? Like how much of it is stuff that's unique to you guys, or could any generic reseller set up, run a process audit, and then plug tools in? I'm curious about a little bit of your secret sauce. Don't have to tell it, but more so like
it depends on the business, right? So we work so far with our clients. We've worked mainly with real estate investors and law firm and marketing agency. The real estate investors, I have another real estate business that I have for 4 years. So that one is basically like a copy paste in the system I have already. So that one is very much white label and we sell that. For the marketing thing, it's very niche that what he wants to do. So we're building, some things are coded with our developers, some things are tools that already exist. For example, there's a really good software called Ario that helps him deliver the pictures in high quality to his clients. So we implemented that one, but the rest is custom as well. Hope that answers the question.
No, it's great. Yeah, yeah, it does that so much.
Well, Michael, great pitch. Love the idea that you're working with. My question is, I see with your target consumer, someone that has already been in business, they might have been in business for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
They're just looking at ways how they can save time, maximize profit, that sort of thing. My question is, do you have, as you're growing this business, do you have any sort of idea of being able to expand to people who are not just starting off, but they only have like either a month or two under their belt, like they're just now getting their feet wet, that sort of thing?
That's something I'm going to launch most likely in the summer because I'm not doing an internship or anything. Is I really want to help starting developers or starting entrepreneurs because that's how I started. So helping people like what you guys do here, but helping people like set up their business and everything and showing them what tools to use so they don't waste time hiring someone that doesn't know what they're doing or you spending money on tools like that. And I kind of want to do that for free and then just grow like that. But it's not there yet, but I'm probably planning on doing that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Curious about the scale, how big of a company seems to be the target for this to reach a cap where anything bigger than that starts to be more difficult.
Again, it depends on the business and how they're set up. There are bigger businesses that I think they don't. It would be hard to implement new systems because, for example, like if you work with someone like JP Morgan, they have their system, they tailor build, they have something that they have for years and decades. It's very hard to teach them new things or implement new tools for them. So our sweet spot, I would say, is businesses between 30,000 a month up until I would say $3-4 million in revenue.
Hi. So you've been working mainly with real estate and marketing agencies and law firms. Do you
Yes.
see potential in expanding your client base to other industries?
I think every industry needs AI and automation. I think it's my selfish side, but the most lucrative niches are these ones. Lawyers, they really value their time. So 1 hour I can get them back is not $50. For them, it's thousands of dollars in revenue that they get back. Same thing with real estate investors. They like seeing the reviews. It's mainly on deal flow. So we're getting them more deals based on automations. And the same with the marketing agency. Marketing agencies came from a referral from a friend that I couldn't say no to. But yeah, we try to stick with, I have it on one of the slides, lawyers, real estate professionals, and M&A firms and agencies. So that's our niche for now. But for sure, once we hit a cap, we would most likely grow into new niches.
All right, that was a wrap on our questions. Thank you so much, Michael.
Thank you.
Great job, Michael. Thank you. All right, that concludes all of our pitches for today. So let's see, what do we have next? We're going to go ahead and move into voting. Let me get that up for you. Awesome, there we go. So we have 4 pictures today. So use the first, second, third, and fourth options to correspond with the pictures on this screen right now. We'll come back in just a few minutes to give you all some time to think through your answers while you're voting. Then we'll do our swag giveaway and then finally reveal the winner. Before we get into actually who won, we're gonna go ahead and do the swag giveaway. So let me pull that up for you. If it'll work. Hang on. All right, the winner of the swag giveaway is Alex. Where's Alex? Right there. Awesome. Here you go. Congratulations. All right, now before we actually get into picking the winner, we're gonna go back just for one more minute to this slide because it is really, really close. If you did not vote or did not finish voting yet, make sure you do that because it's like pretty much tied. I'll be back in just a minute. All right, we have our winner decided. We move back over. All right, drum roll, please. Our winner of the final rocket pitch of the spring 2026 semester is Francesca. Congratulations. You won a few things, but we'll begin with our drip coffee gift card. You'll also win 800 engagement points, and then you'll be entered into demo day. So make sure you have that on your calendar. You'll be here at demo day with us, as well as hopefully many of you in the audience. Demo day is super fun. We're super excited for it this semester, and we hope to see a lot of you there. Anything else that I need to cover today? There's still some pizza in the back. Make sure you go get some pizza. There's some drinks. They have garlic butter today, which I'm very excited about personally. So that's fantastic. Make sure you grab some before you leave. Connect with some people, do some networking. Yeah, have a great time. It's a nice day outside. You can go stand on the patio if you'd like. Yeah. Thank you all for coming today. See you all again soon.